maybe take the last shot if they can. So here it goes, up high, over to the nest, and you know the rest.
What a save there by .com.
Has a pass, 2 seconds, and in a hot second.
Mr. Negro coming away with it, sending it right back. Nice triangular passing and having the opportunity. Mr. Negro coming through.
It didn't take him long to get there. This team is fast.
And they're going to lose it again off that head button. You see how they recover. Absolutely incredible. Able to force Ignite to lose possession and then quickly reorient themselves, retrieve it, and then just Jaywalker sending a rocket.
They're pushing the bubble here, but no, he finds his teammate cutting in, and it does get saved, though, by Copenhagen. He's able to make that clear.
Yeah, Copen making it happen. As another clear is going to be just taken out, though, by the intercept, but Noah Steele flying through and flying hot on the shot. It's a 3-point goal for Copenhagen.
Oh, my God! Setting that one in.
Rocket will come away with possession. I didn't even see that happen, so he just sent it up to the ceiling, and they're going to have that angle, and they're going to have 3 points. So sealable bag, they're going to tie it up.
You know who else is a really sick player? Roctor. Also, hello everyone, welcome to the stream today. Back on channel 1 with a game about to get started here. Mighty soon. It's going to be Schlart team versus Calculated, 2 teams here in the Diamond Division. These teams, they do in fact shine bright like a diamond. It's 7-7 on the record here for Calculated. You got 11-8 for Schlart team. Plus an extra win for the logo alone. I know big fans of that logo worldwide. Schlart is a global commodity. But that said, their roster here got Schlart, Slow XP, that Green Pigeon, Aiden, and Bashai. As well as for Calculated, got Fontac, Goran Jr., Lanzin, some Joe Schmo, and White Fox. Still waiting on the 4th here, it would seem, for Schlart team. So hoping we get that started soon. We do have one more game here for you tonight as well on Channel 1. That's going to be Creamy Milk versus Project Mayhem. And that's going to be about an hour and a half from now, give or take. 8:30 Pacific, 11:30 Eastern. So do tune in for that a little bit later on. But yeah, just kind of a one-and-done game here on this channel. We had a couple of them tonight over on Channel 2 just about 45 minutes ago, something like that. We had Galaxy versus Gold Diggers on Channel 2. Over on Channel 1 at the same time, it was Team Joker and Spaghetti. Now that one, I didn't get to watch it because I was casting the other game, obviously. But obviously, interesting results there. I saw. Now what else I saw? Been playing too much Fall Guys. I see Fontac from VRWare.net. Indeed, getting fancy with it. They also got fancy here on Calculated. See, who else? Nightfire there. And Roctor saying, oh, why thank you. The Chad of Echo Casting. No. The dad of Echo Casting. Palidore, right? That's a thing that over the course of these weeks I've learned to embrace. Although I think somewhere along the way we switched it for Palifather because it's much more distinguished. But whatever the case is, appreciate that. Roctor, welcome to the stream. And did see Twisted 2 Josh as well as Jushin Echo earlier, but I think he was intending to find Boosty's stream, not ours. Awkward. But either or, for those tuning in here today on across any and all the channels, welcome to it. Now, it looks like, meanwhile, for Schlart team here, they're welcoming themselves to a very talented sub in Brennan Cecil. Of course, Brennan, long-time player since the beta days of a PC version of Echo VR back in June and July 2017. Known for playing on a handful of teams, of course, most famed for Nay Plus Ultra, perhaps, back last season. But definitely a super talented teammate and striker and a little bit of everything there as we get ready to strike a match. On the start of this match, it's round 1. It's Schlart team. It's Calculated. And here, we go. All right, so first joust, it will be taken by Slow XP for Schlart team as it goes off that top trench and slapped out of there. In no time at all, that's going to go pretty close to the goal and going to guarantee it. Goran Jr. So 2 points to start things off in a hurry for Calculated. Just 14 seconds into the first joust. Not too shabby on that one. But all right, here we go. Schlart team on their first launch, offensive launch that is. Just going to approach, try to evade that stack. A little handoff play to the pack. Schlart there with the disc and sending it to Slow. Slow needs to be careful there. The boosted players coming in on defense. Pass bit in a hurry, so was a tough catch, but a nice catch here from Green Pigeon. And Green Pigeon finds their first couple points, has the green light to tie it up here 2 apiece. Schlart team now on the scoreboard. Just told Meme in the chat there, welcome to it. And Cannot confirm if what fixes exactly went through and what have you, but yeah, Echo Quest coming out today officially. Full release as opposed to just the open beta that's been in for a few months. So definitely exciting happenings here in the Echo community. Really, I could say the same pretty much every month of 2020. It seems like there's always new developments and growth happening here in Echo. So it's good to see the Quest release fully out and available now for everyone. As a slow XP here goes up the floor, trying to make himself available there. It's Green Pigeon for the pass, and just as well to the side is Brennan Cecil. Well positioned here for the catch. Gonna work it into the goal. Looking for that quick handoff there. Wasn't able to find that first pass, so I had to kind of make a rush decision there at the end and made it tough to catch. That said, very, very quick on the stack. They get back there in a hurry and are able to find that clear into the sidewall, where Goran takes it here and sends it to the barrier. So good reset to Fontac, and Fontac now positioned at the barrier. You have Goran way above the backboard in case they needed the extra. But you know what? An X3 is not going to go in there, so it's going to be taken by that Green Pigeon and sent to the trap, I suppose, as White Fox tries to go out of that Fox trap and, ooh, gives a little bop, a little bap to Slow XP with a love tap. And now it's Schlart sending a clear through, looking for some grabs perhaps, but no one getting them. But they will get the three. Schlart, 54 meters deep, and finds the corner of the goal. That's 3 points there off those bounces, making him hurt just a bit. So Schlart team, nice lead now. 3-point lead, 3 minutes into the game. See Swift in there saying hi, Pally. Welcome to it. See Bop. Oh, speaking of Bops, I was just talking about punches, but apparently we've got a Bop in the chat as well. Well, how about that? Welcome to it. And now Brennan going up top to the nest and trying to separate himself with Slow, acting really quick, that is to say, but it's going to be taken out now. White Fox with a clear deep down, but taken out by Pigeon. So Pigeon finding that interception, now working it up the floor from the midline. You can see two defenders at the bow tie and trying to contest them if they can. Hand off to Slow XP, though, from the top, and just trying to look for some angles, maybe on a shot or a pass. Now, waiting for the stun to go out and hitting the three. Very, very nice there. Fontac off his head, apparently. Fontac was stunned, so I had no other options, really, but nonetheless, it was a 3-point shot there, going the way of Schlart team. 6:03 left in this round. Yeah, good to see people starting to file in a little bit here. Got started a tad late, but that's all right. Getting back on these casts tonight, and happy to say so, as, oh, not so happy with that save and that stun. White Fox being broken up there, but trying to get back to the front line in a hurry. Nice defense from Schlart team, trying to convert it into some points if they can. Goran Jr. Looking for the clear and actually gets it through Brennan. Now it's going to sail back to Brennan now, turning around and recognizing the disc, but not fast enough as White Fox gets it right back here for Calculated, trying to get back on the scoreboard if they can. Fancy going to contest this one and try and make a very quick approach there and slinging it off to that opposite shoulder area, the post. But no luck there. Will be an intercept nonetheless by Goran. Now Goran's going to work this up the floor. You can see the defense trying to cover off all the different players positioned around Bubble. So Schlart team playing once again some very nice defense, effective and just stingy here, not trying to allow too much to go in for Calculated in terms of those passing plays. Now Calculated doing a good job to get this disc back a couple different times here. A handoff play. Fancy going over to Fontac. Fontac off the head though, but dunked in by Fancy. And that's a 4-point deficit still, but some nice scores there. Calculated putting in the persistence and earning themselves the second goal of their game. So they're put in there by Fancy. Swinging it around, getting a little fancy with it, I do suppose. And Schlart team right back in the offensive joust. So that Green Pigeon from the nest. Fittingly. Where else would you find a pigeon but at the nest? Just go. Stop that. Just going to fake out the cameraman as well as the stack a little bit. And they're going to wait. Now, the thing is, Schlart team, they are up by 4, so yeah, they are in a position where they can bait. However, a little bit misplayed there on the pass, so that's going to result in a turnover. Now, seeing if they can convert. Oh, almost slung into the goal from that corner. That would have been a very nice highlight and a very nice hit. But Brennan taking that disc back, trying to send it to the midfield, but Fancy's there for another take. So right back in the offense and a chance to cut it to a 2-point, maybe even 1. Let's see, that's a nice turnaround victory on that play, at least, for White Fox, assisted by Goran. So 2-point game indeed. Good score from White Fox, and that is what White Fox most definitely does. Maneuvering around those blocks, those White Fox blocks, I guess. Actually, no, not really, because offenses can't grab it, but it rhymed, so that was the important thing. But in any case, it's a 2-point game, and just like that, maybe another turnover here. This could really be some momentum in the favor of Calculated. We'll see. It will be taken by a slow XP for Schlart team, though. That being said, so it's a one-on-one at the goal, walking it in, throwing a few fakes before he takes the 2. It's back up to a 4-point advantage for Schlart team. Only 17 seconds into that series, into that joust. So right back to Calculated, and once again, they'll have a chance to bring it back within 2, maybe even 1 if they get a 3 going. Less than 3 minutes left. This is still the first round of this matchup, so a lot of time left to go. Of course, of course. Fontac, on course, on track, in fact, to Fancy. Now Fancy going up high towards that cloud. The boost coming in quickly for Schlart team on the defensive recovery. They've been very well aware and just on top of getting that mobility on. That said, oh, the dive out, but not finding the home. It's going to be slow XP, sending it back to midfield where it's taken back by Fontac. Now Fontac trying to distribute, but that green pigeon contributing very, very well to the defensive plays here for Schlart team. Now it's a very deep heave into the bubble. All right, back out again. And Pigeon getting his own rebounds, trying to send it, but getting sent with a stun instead. So right back into the orange field as these teams roll out on the stacks. And it will be Brennan there first, but unable to get the grab, actually. So Goran Jr. coming away with it, has a handoff to the nest area, cutting, but cutting him off was Green Pigeon, but it didn't matter because Fancy finding that rebounded goal. It's back to a 2-point deficit here. Cutting it down is Calculated. And they like that math. They are a math-themed team after all, so you know what? The math is still in their favor. They're only down by 2. They've got 1 minute, 30 seconds left in this first round. Not a problem whatsoever. For Schlart team, though, they've been playing some great defense. They just have to take care of this disc and not turn it over again like they did earlier on some of those jousts. And if they do that, they'll be okay. So slow XP trying to stabilize here, sending it off to Schlart. Now Schlart, it's going to actually bounce out that sidewall. Fancy there, sending it through the mid zone. Immediately on the stacks here. Maybe could take a lead. If they make this 3, they will. Goran Jr. looking experienced. Call him Goran Sr. Not hesitating and very, very confident on that shot. So a 1-point lead in, 1 minute left. Less than that for Calculated. Coming back. They were down several goals in the first half or the first 3 quarters of this round. And yet now they find themselves at the advantage. So very well played here from Calculated. Schlart team trying to come back, though, with a few handoff plays at the midline. Those quick passes just going to be a turnover. So Calculated getting it back. And now the momentum firmly in the side. Not out of the hands for Schlart team if they can get a good boost here. And they do. So that's a nice one from Brennan Cecil. Being very disciplined to get that disc back and not get stunned on that leech attempt. Now Green Pigeon with that disc right back, and they're going to go right for that clear. Going to sail way into the sideline. Now there is a goalie deep here in the zone. It's Fontac, and Fontac just going to wait here, try to deny a 3. Let's see. OT on the way, maybe 5 seconds. Oh, Fontac denies it. Incredible recovery, one more heave, but it won't be in, not in time at least. What a big play there from Fontac. The fakes were thrown by Schlart team, but Fontac said, no, I got this Calculated. Simple goalometry. It's a thing. Great plays. Great plays being shown and being made. So there you go. The 1-point victory coming back was Calculated in this first round. Not willing to concede or not willing to die off after it looked bleak. So hats off. Hats off to them. But that said, to the score screen, check it out. The highlights for that round and the stats for that round. Apparently missing one of them there, I think it was because of the late join in from one of the players. Happens every now and then, so let's see. Who are we missing here? White Fox looks like. So I'll read his stats for you first. White Fox had 2 points, 1 assist, 10 stuns there. For his teammates, he had Fontac. Actually, I think these stats are a little bit off, at least on one of these sides. Interesting. Like I said, API update today, so you'll have to excuse any weird hitches and glitches that might show. Let's see. Fontac has 2 saves there and 7 stuns. Goran Jr. with 5 points, 1 assist, 2 saves. And Fancy with 4 points, 2 assists. Going to go to round 2 now. Before I finish reading some of these stats at least. Have Schlart with 3 points, Slow XP with 2, That Green Pigeon with 2, and here we go. Let's see what they do on that joust. That's almost going to be butted in, just narrowly missing by a couple inches off that goal. Now, right here, Fontac sending a deep pass and slowly floating up to the top of that ceiling area. It's going to be taken now at the midfield. Just missing hands of Fontac, actually, at least initially, but gets right back to it. So once more, another interception, however, is going to go favor of Schlart team. And right near that goal again. That's twice now. We've seen it sail so very close. Right there, danger close. Brandon Cecil converting on the shot before the defense came in with the blazing stuns. And Schlart team on the board first. Coming in is Brennan. Again, Brennan the veteran. Veteran Cecil with a nice 2 points. See bopping there, shouting out that clutch catch, that save earlier. Yeah, oh, another big grab. A clutch, I guess. Still early in this round, but we all know how much momentum those kind of plays can build. The moment you see that happen against you, if you're calculated now, you're a little bit irritated at that. You're thinking, okay, we went into this second round with all the momentum. And now we got scored on twice in that first minute or so of play. So definitely one of those things that can break the mentality a little bit, and you can kind of see it here with another turnover. So Brennan, he's going to turn it over into a 3, and 7 points for Schlart team in a hurry. Not even, a minute and a half into this game, or in the second round. And yeah, already another score. That's 3 in a row for Schlart team. Now, of course, we saw it there in that last round, the first round. It was a very similarly quick start, effective start from Schlart and his teammates. And they got up by a few goals in round 1, but calculated. They stuck in it, and in the last 2 minutes, they made an awesome run that ended in a victory off of a clutch 3 and then a clutch save. So calculated. You would think they have all the momentum in the world, but Schlart team, a credit to them. They've undone all of it in a hurry. The thing for them is now maintaining this pace, maintaining this control, trying to get that disc over there, but a little out of control as Brennan does regain by the sidewall. Not with a lot of time because there's 2 defenders there as it does bounce off that popcorn block and up here towards that top trap. Goran Jr. trying to send it through that tunnel. There's the Stacks from Calculated looking for their first points, trying to recover it off that back, and they do. They get the 2. It's true. Fancy. He knew what to do. It's 7-2 here, so Schlart team now being scored on, but it took a couple minutes, a few minutes just about, and now they're going to be back at the joust advantage for the first time, however, in the second round. See what they do with a rollout. For those joining us today here, welcome to it once again. We've had some matches on Channel 1, Channel 2, some interesting results in some of them, very much so. And Joker taking their first defeat on the season here in Week 9. A little earlier on, we also had Galaxy facing off against Gold Diggers at about the same time, an hour and a half ago or so, an hour ago. And yeah, that was another fun game, but went to Galaxy by the end of that one. And right here we have Schlart team versus Calculated, and still yet we have Creamy Milk facing off against Project Mayhem, and that's going to happen in another hour from now. Hour and 5 minutes, and in a hot minute, it's White Fox, white hot. So that is the shot they needed to bring it back within 2. And suddenly, right back in the favor of Calculated in terms of that momentum. They're feeling good now. They're feeling steady off of, the last couple hits. So just like that, 3 in a row for Schlart team. Well, 2 in a row for Calculated. It's going to undo a lot of the good things that Schlart team had built up initially. Now that's going to be that deep heave into the back line. Actually recovered nicely by Schlart team. Look at that. Just tapping off the backboard and tapping into the goal. So Schlart team pushes it back up by 4. Southern Sniper asking there, yep, Joker loss indeed. I thought I was being trolled because I was casting on Channel 2 and people came in and told me. I thought I was being trolled, but no, Joker actually lost in 2 rounds to Spaghetti tonight. So among the teams who are undefeated on the season, it was Joker in Americas, Team Gravity in Europe, and Leviathan over in Oceania. But now, we are down to only 2 undefeated teams who've been around since week 1, that is to say. Right now, Goran, not a week 1, that is a strong 3. Bringing it back to a 1-point differential here, so calculated. Not too different from the first round, where, you know, they got down by several goals early, but then as it got later into the game, they just brought it right back with several of their own. That said, Calculated's doing it at a much quicker pace this time. Their round 1 run didn't come in, their scoring run didn't come in until the last few minutes or so. But this time, we still got half of this round to go. So Calculated bring it within 1, and they also got the disc here, right back. So Fontac is going to send it out to the midfield. And some nice triangle passing plays unfolding here, trying to maneuver around the defense. Very nice, in fact, from Calculated. Looking good on the passes. Now bringing their offensive players up the floor quickly with those stacks. Good delivery could have been if it had been for Brennan once again. So a good cutoff there on that steal. That's going to be sent off into the side wall, or the back wall rather, and rebounded by Fontac. Has a few seconds to spare before it needs to clear that through, and he does. And now up to the trap, so it's going to be taken by White Fox. White Fox immediately slinging it, knew the stack was coming, and now maybe fronting for a lead, but no, led a little bit too far, but Fancy right off the crossbar. It's a 1-point lead for Calculated. Deja vu all over again. Calculated up by 1 point here in round 2. Less than 4 minutes to spare. So, all right. Going off on this joust now. It's going to be taken by that green pigeon. S4D mentioning why didn't they play 3v3 instead of with a sub, since they both use this sub. I don't know, good question to ask those teams, but they are playing, so here we are. It's going to be Fontac over to the midfield, and White Fox taking it away. White Fox looking for the shot. Wow. Wow, Fox. That was hot. Hot, hot. And White Fox once again hitting some big threes. That's the second one at least in the second round here. That has been very timely, very needed, calculated, in fact, as 13-9 goes up on the scoreboard here, favoring the side of blue with 3 minutes left to go in this second round. Looking for that sweep. I mean, again, twice in a row, Schlart team got off to some great starts in the first half of the round, but now just being stuck on 9 points here for the last several minutes. Now that said, woof, they're very, very fortunate that that did not go in, because that would have really started ballooning this lead into hard to come back from numbers, just, you know, mentally speaking, emotionally speaking. That said, looking for a leak out on the grab, so good stun there on Fancy. Will it get their team back, or their disc back for their team, though? No. Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. White Fox right back in the foxhole again. 16-9. That is 3 threes for White Fox in this round. Looking like a monster right now. Accurate as anything. And that's what I'm saying. I mean, 2 minutes left. 16-9. They need to really act quickly here. That's what I mean, it's not impossible to come back from this, but again, just looking up at the scoreboard with 2 minutes left, and that is a tough mountain to climb, especially if that goes in. That was so close. Now, Slow XP rolling up that floor, but being stolen from by Fontac. Fontac going for that deep. Oh, no, another heave, and they're up by 10. Calculated. Once again, the 3-point barrage absolutely continues here in this round. It is an endless sea of 3. PO. Right in the mailbox. And off the backboard, so 19-9, 1 minute 30 remaining, a little bit less than that, in fact, in the second round. It is looking like Calculated. After slow starts to the rounds, they just burst back with some huge momentum, predicated off in the first round. Some good defense and some clutch plays, both offensively and defensively. And then in the second round, I mean, just incredible 3-point accuracy. Every time they've been given that open lane, I mean, they have been punishing off of it. Backboard, straight on, mail slot, doesn't matter. They made everything there in this second round, just about. Now over here it goes to Fontac on the recovery. He's going to work it up the floor here. Fontac looking for that pass over to Goran, oh, but couldn't get the grab. Rebounded still by Fancy. Fancy's going to look for maybe an anchor, sending it over softly to Goran, but again, Goran coming out of a stun, unable to grab, so that's twice they went to that well, not paying off, unfortunately. Brennan here trying to get that recovery, and will bounce right back to Pigeon, so Pigeon going to tap off that Geo, looking for the breaks. There's the ankle breaker. And now a tap pass over to that green Pigeon, so showing a little style and pizzazz there. Gotta love it. But White Fox, definitely loving this match for him right now. just really on fire. I mean, another bounce clear that could have turned into a goal. I mean, like I said, everything is going out confidently from White Fox here. There's another one, a stun, a steal, a delivery, and 21-9 on the backs of White Fox. I mean, really everyone on Calculate, but White Fox offensively has just been a man possess or a fox possess, whatever you want to call it. That's a win in the books for Calculated. 21-9 here in 2 rounds and in the sweep. So a really impressive effort, needless to say. The Schlart team was looking, again, really, really good, as they often and always do every time I've streamed them. I mean, they had, in round 1 especially, their defense was really great. Their offense was flowing and going. And same thing to start off round 2. They had some nice offense and predicated off their defense, forcing turnovers and getting quick goals. I mean, it's just maintaining that kind of momentum over the course of the full 10 minutes each round is where they kind of struggled, whereas Calculated, they didn't let it get to them that they were getting down by big numbers, because both rounds they were down by at least 3 goals or so. But just stuck in it, recognize that 10 minutes is a long time, and it's designed for that very purpose. The 10-minute rounds, it's designed to be comebackable. It's designed to have those rhythm changes. So credit to Calculated, they will take that victory, and they will improve their record now to a very, very nice 8-7 for them. So definitely going to be happy with that. Actually, maybe it's, hold on, my overlay looks a little bit wrong there. So I got to find out which one's the correct one. So Schlart team will fall to 11-9. That one is correct. But Calculated here. Well, now I got to go visit their page. 1 second. Let me see. Yeah, so they will be 8-7. Not sure why it says 12-6 on their side. I'll have to make a note for that. All right, but anyways. Going to the stat sheet, we can see Fancy and Goran both 8 points apiece there. 5 assists for Fancy as well. And Goran with a couple saves. Goalie Goran. Fontac with 3 points, 1 assist, 2 saves, 1 steal, and 10 stuns. And again, shout out for that game-winning save at the very end there. Or at least potentially game-winning save. It would have been an overtime in round 1 had that been made. But, just absolutely shutting it out with a great grab. And then White Fox, of course, the 11 points. A huge effort from White Fox. Offensively, just on point with the points. Now, for the side there of Schlart team, again, falling to 11-9, which, by all accounts, super respectable record, for sure. They've been an impressive team over the course of this season, and the several times I've been able to stream them now. They're always coming out looking, showing some great things. Some just really tough defense, which we saw in the first half of those games, and some good offense. Just, not there night to night here against Calculated, but still that 11-9 record. Got to be happy with that coming in to Season 2 and closing out these last couple weeks. But yeah, it was Brennan subbing in here, has 5 points, 1 assist, 2 saves, 28 stuns. Slow XP with 8 points, 3 saves, 18 stuns. He had Schlart with 3 points, 1 save, 28 stuns. And that Green Pigeon with 2 points, 1 assist, and 6 saves, as well as 2 steals and 10 stuns. So some impressive defensive numbers there for Pigeon. And well, for several players here on both teams, actually. You can see just those saves kind of adding up here. In any case, that's going to be the end of this game and the end of this stream for a bit. Coming up next, which is to say in a little bit less than an hour from now at 8:30 Pacific, 11:30 Eastern Time. We have one more match for you on stream today. It'll be here on VRML Channel 1. It's Creamy Milk versus Project Mayhem. And that'll be casted here by me, Palidore. So be on the lookouts for that in another hour, a little bit less. But yeah, until then, quick what up and goodbye to those joining in the Twitch chat there. Thanks for watching. KBR plays. What have you missed? Pretty good game. That's what you missed. Was a sweep, but it was still lots of entertaining plays in that one. Some clutch ones at that. And Green Pigeon in there with the GGs as well as Fontact. Don't know why I added a T to your name. I guess that's what happens when I don't cast for 5 days. Anyways, all right, good stuff. I will see you guys a little bit later. Thanks once again, though, for joining. I've been Palidore. Thanks to our sponsors over at ProTube VR, VR Cover, Rebuff Reality, Fixed Gaming, and of course, VRware.net. Shout out to Fontac once again. And our mods, League moderators, Wit, Nada, Gilligan, Princess, Elakos, Sneaky Evil, Echo Zero, and Danomic Fabulous. And yeah, you guys have been fabulous. So until next time, I've been Palidore once again. This is VRML Week 9 of Season 2. Be happy, be healthy, safe, and be good to each other. And I'll see you again real soon